Hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. I am Robelle Autonomy and welcome to another Arknights Endfield reaction video. That's right, we're here to react to the Beta Test 2 Special Program. Basically, they've gone radio silent for a bit. They did post a gameplay clip a while ago. I did react to that, and the Arknights community came through. That got like a lot more views than I was expecting, because I'm not a very big channel, and I guess the Arknights community they're very supportive. A lot of you guys pulled through. And so I want to look more in depth into this game, not just because of the community, but because the devs of Hypergriff, or I guess in Griffline, I don't know the exact name, but they are cooking on this. I love the aesthetic of the game. I love what they're trying to do. I like that it's definitely not similar at all to like the previous gachas that have been popularized. A lot of them have been kind of following a very similar formula to like Genshin Impact because of its popularity, but I feel like out of all the ones that are coming, besides Duet Night Abyss and Ananta, I feel like Arknights Endfield really does stick out as something that's vastly different. Just like, if you look at the gameplay just even a little bit, you can kind of tell, oh, it's not even remotely the same thing. So, because of that, I am super duper interested because, as always, with everything trying to be somewhat similar to Genshin Impact, or at least riffing off of that formula, you know, a lot of stuff doesn't really tend to stick out. So now we have a game that is like, it's just completely different in aesthetic, in appeal, in what it's trying to do. And so I'm really excited to hop into it. So let's hop into this and see what they have changed from the previous beta. As per usual, I have not played the beta. I have not looked too far into it. I did watch somebody play the beta, but I wasn't paying super duper attention. So there's probably a lot of stuff that I'm not fully aware of. If there's any like lore for like OG Arknights that's in this that would be good context, I would love it if you guys would let me know down below in the comments, because I have not played the original Arknights, but I take an interest in Endfield just because of the aesthetic, the appeal. It looks like it's something up my alley. Also, I'm a sucker for characters of horns, and that is apparently a thing that's very common in Arknights designs. That's actually why I'm scared to even look at OG Arknights, because the designs of the characters are actually too good. I see them in my timeline on my social media all the time. They look too good, and I know for a fact if I started Arknights, I would be cooked. Or that would be a huge financial loss, because I would be pulling on every character. So, thankfully, Endfield is a little bit... I imagine that they produce characters slower in that game, because that game is, you know, this big 3D thing. Surely, they release at a rate in which I can keep up, I hope. But we'll take a look. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop into the reaction, because I just wasted the first 3 minutes. Let's go!
Hello, 大家好。
I'll give me subtitles. Okay, we said hello and then something else, but hopefully it's important. That's the producer of the Arknights Endfield, like Zhang. Alright, what have you guys done? I know there's been like a lot of people talking about like how Arknights Endfield has to change to be successful. I've voiced my opinion on that. I think that they should tackle the niche audience. They should go for something that's not super duper mainstream. Hideo Kojima even said, and he's the director of the, you know, Death Stranding, Metal Gear, that guy said he went and changed Death Stranding 2 because he wanted it to be less mainstream. He found that people that overcame the hurdle of getting past the mechanics of Death Stranding ended up liking it more, and with it made more of an impact. And I think Endfield is trying to do the same thing. But that's because I think this game has Death Stranding inspiration built into it. I mean, like, you just take one look at the zip lines and it's like, yeah, Endfield. Oh, here we go, Charlie Tan. Here we go. I love the aesthetic with this kind of like super high-tech, super clean aesthetic that they got going. Like everything is just so, it's just so clean and shiny and sharp. Angular. Oh yeah, the main character is called the Endmin. Is it the End Administrator? The Administrator. It's really cheesy, but I kind of love it. I like the music. Please don't copyright strike me. They won't do that, right? They'll just put peak music? Oh, I like that character. I don't think I've seen that character before, the one with the red horns. I love this main girl. She looks a lot like Mio from Xenoblade 3. Kinda like Mia, but not quite. It's definitely more Mio. Speaking of which, if you're an Arknights fan, please check out the Xenoblade series. If this is your aesthetic, you'll like the Xenoblade series. Especially Xenoblade X. Oh my gosh, wait, there's so many characters. What are these people? Oh my goodness. Oh no, this dude. Oh no, cause... Oh, there's a sheep girl. There's a... Alright, that guy's kinda cool. I don't know who that is. It's zooming too close. That character looks cool. Oh, she's at Beasts. I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked already. I saw like 5 characters I wanted already. This is not good. This is not good for me. It's good for the game. This game looks fantastic. Not good for me. I don't have the ability to keep swiping.
The deeper we search, the crueler the truth we find.
Oh my goodness, wait a minute. This story is looking like really philosophical. I hope they really chase that.
A little stronger. We're unsure of how many cards.
Because right now I feel like the Gacha community has kind of... We have a lot of games that are chasing super duper long storylines. But I'm finding a lot of them don't really have like a message to say to the players. And I feel like that's so important in making these games meaningful. Oh my goodness, the impact of that, like, that block. Yeah, the combat looks so sick in this game. I really hope it's more methodical. It's not just like action slop where you just button mash. I'm brain that it's like you gotta think before you make a move in this game. I still want it to be like real-time, like action, but I want it to lean more into being more strategy-based. At the very least, I don't want it to just be like rotation. Yeah, just the same rotation over and over again. I'm sure a lot of Gacha players are sick of the swap rotations, right? I want it to be more, reactive, but like still methodical. That's like a really hard balance to do, but I feel like from what I've seen, they can do it. But who knows, who knows? Alright, that trailer was sick, guys. I don't even know I need Gacha games to make us like a... Not just a version trailer. Do a trailer that's like about your overall plot for the entirety of the game. I feel like none of the Gacha games have done that. All of them have this wasted opportunity to make like, okay, this is what the story's actually about. Because like, all of the Gacha games do get sidetracked. We go do this like, if for example Genshin Impact, right? There's the whole story between the two siblings, right? But it's always we get sidetracked going to a different, like a different country and then we go and help them. And that doesn't give us any answers for the main plot. Or like it's the same for Wuthering Waves. We're trying to figure out why we don't have memories. But instead we're gonna go off to a new land and help the people there and it's not gonna really get us that many answers in the long run. Oh, who is this? Yo! I like this character a lot. She doesn't even have horns, but like I'm a big fan of Red. So like a little Red Riding Hood character. I'm also a sucker for cute characters. If the character is cute, then it actually like immediately appeals to me. I love her, like her hood. The hood and then like the cloak having like multiple squits looks so sick. On this music? Hang on. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. This is like so slice of life, I love it. Oh, the vibes, what the heck? Oh, now this game is special already. If anything, I'm super excited for the soundtrack if that's how it's gonna be for like... Cause like they had the dramatic stuff like that rock song for the version trailer. Or not even the version trailer, the beta trailer. And then yeah, we're having like such a big margin of like... Or such a vast like amount of different music we can get if it's having fun slice of life music. It's not even like Ryu's slice of life, it was really vibey. Very poppy. It's off on the journey of rebuilding and renewal. And the scenery of Wulin. I definitely really love the Endfield aesthetic where they have like all this like sharp and clean. That's the important part. The clean. It's not just sharp, it's clean. All this clean architecture, all this clean presentation. and then they like have like the most graph nature attached to it, and it's all super muted. But it's not like there's no colors in this game. It's like the stuff that has colors, that stuff pops a lot. Like it really sticks out. Like look at the green dragon statue in the middle. Right, everything around it is muted colors. It's all gray. And then so anything with color sticks out. So all the buildings are white and gray, and then they put this green everywhere. It sticks out so much. It's such a cool contrast. I'm such a big fan of the aesthetic. Like just the contrast between it, the clean and like if it's not dirty at all. Okay, that's a little bit dirty over there, but like it's sharp. This, you know, like super duper geometrical architecture, and then they have the natural colors just popping left, right, and center. Even like, look, the rocks are all muted, and then the green pops so much because of it. Everything looks like an intentional painting, and I love it. Orderly artificial structures and an untamed nature. And the thing is, like, they push both sides to the extreme. Right, it's not like it's really like a gradual transition between the two. It's like you'll have clean architecture, and then boom, nature, rocks, and then trees everywhere. It looks great. Like, I really don't think we have this aesthetic really in all of the games we have so far. Wait, maybe base Arknights, but I mean for like the big 3D gachas. They also have this kind of like semi-realist like look to it. Like, me love like the illustrations from OG Arknights, the characters. They just look like them come to life. It's amazing the kind of work they've done here. Like the textures on the character outfits and their clothing, it's like, it's not realism, but it's like hyper detailed to the point where it's like, it feels like it's leading way more into realism, but it's still stylistically anime. By the way, I do a lot of art breakdowns, so that's why I'm talking about all this stuff in depth here. I mean, I'm sure the devs, and I'm reading what the devs are saying, and they're kind of just saying what I'm saying too. But like, they're the ones that made it, so they know better than me, right? But like, that's why I'm so excited for this game. I gotta like, I just see all this. I see all this art and this direction, and I get giddy. I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta break down. I gotta see if I can get inside their heads and understand how they made this, because like, I'm a creative too, so I like to see this stuff that people make so that I can be like, how can I make something similar? Not that I'm ever gonna make a flippin' game of this scale. These gacha games cost millions and millions of dollars to make with teams of hundreds and hundreds of people, or even smaller teams, but they take their time, right? Hey, look how detailed the grass is. It's not just like cel-shaded grass like you normally see in most gacha games. But it's not realism either. It's very much like a hand-painted aesthetic. Countless rounds of fine-tuning to make every operator look, move, and feel more expressive and alive than before. The operators look really good. Actually, I go 6 stars? They are! I know Arknights has like 6-star units, and then even 3-star units if I remember correctly, which is quite a large range. But anyone that plays actual Arknights, I need you to let me know down below, like how viable are the low-star characters in base Arknights? Is it like you have to use all the max rarity units, or can you like actually work with the lower end characters? Because I find gacha games that use like the less rare characters that are easier to update, if you use them to complement, like they're like integral to the teams of the high-end units, then I feel like that makes players really happy. Like, I see a lot of people complimenting Chaos Zero Nightmare. They're complimenting it because that game has like the low-end characters, the free characters they give you are all like super duper strong. And it's like, because they're so strong, the freedom of of team comps and like, you know, coming up with strategies, the discovery phase is so much more in depth in that game. And I really hope Arknights has the same deal here for Endfield. Hey, I like your moveset! I had to say, all of the lighting effects on the attacks in Endfield are like actually next level. But the energy just seems so ethereal. I don't know what it is, but like it's ephemeral, it's glowy, it's soft. It's not like sharp lighting, like cuts into your eyes, if that makes sense. It's all really soft. It does have the like it does feel like it's energy. It doesn't feel like it's just, you know, something that produces light. This character is pretty cute. Oh, she has a tail? I feel bad for whoever has to draw fan art for her, or even official art for her. Her design is like super detailed. Like, look at all the belts.
如今他为了捉末地的使命
Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna be most of the characters for this game.
不要看别离看着有些怕生和冒失
I like her hat and the elf ears. Really, really cool. I still think the character that I like the most that I've seen is that one girl that was in the beta trailer that they showed just a moment ago. She had red horns and kind of a greenish-orange outfit.
在发动连续技和
That character looks really sick. Dang, wait, this character is sick. Her combat. So she's making weapons out of ice. The scythe is cool. And the big sword is cooler though. Oh my goodness, like this one. Wait, oh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that guy's name. Never mind, I don't know. He looks sick.
他是来自罗德岛的战
We were kind of.
郡卫
What kind of like
他从极北的前线
species is this? Cause like those are like
成为了
wings
管理员
on his
不可多得
ears,
的助力相信啊
but then he has like a long tail.
到鞭子武器
I'm not acquainted with the Arknights lore, so I'm not sure what like the non-human races are like. Dang, I those gloves or those robot hands? He looks sick. Oh, he fights pretty aggressive.
名兼具物理输出
He's a vanguard.
能力的先锋
Physical offense and SP recovery.
破防层发挥
He consumes vulnerable stacks and unleashes power on the field. Oh, wait, his skills summon other guys to jump the enemy? Well, you have party members too? Oh my goodness. I feel like you're watching the combat and this is gonna be so cool to see.
打扰了。报道地点
What
是
is Claude from Fire Emblem Three Houses?
抹杀猎石。
Claude from Fire Emblem Three Houses and Ling Yang from, well, had a baby and it's this guy.
指教
What am I looking at? Now, he looks really happy-go-lucky. Unfortunately,
这位叫
this is not the type of character I really like,
曾
but
是开拓区某帮派的首领
maybe his cat's really
现在
cool.
在与周末地合作
He had a
的
fishing
同时
rod, and he looks
经营着
really
一家
laid
旅
back.
业
Like, oh, look at all the accessories on the character. The knee pads.
阿列什是一名
Oh, he's just like a sword user.
先锋干员他能够
Dang, the effects on the flipping sword swings.
也能通过钓鱼来攻击敌人
Where, what element is he? Wait, yeah, this game has elements, right? Yeah, it does. Clearly fishing. Okay. Oh, look at all these
还有
guys.
5位来自周末地攻略
Oh,
的
wait, these
危险
characters are kind
行
of
动
peak
指挥
4 stars. I'm a big fan of the red-haired girl.
坚实基础也会陪伴大家的
That
探索
crocodile guy looks
更
kind
多
of
的战术
cool.
变化
Alright, she's not really a
作为
crocodile, is
在
he?
不同战斗场景下的选
It's
择
kind of like a dinosaur.
从他们的服饰
Oh, do they all have the
来
same, like,
看
basic
他们的
outfit? Oh, no, it's
训练有
different.
合作无间的周末地
Very
队
similar, though. Tightly coordinated squad. Oh, okay. So it's like, these are, like, 4 stars, but they're supposed to be like a team, and that's why they all look
希望
similar.
他们能真正融入各种队伍
That's kind of funny. I hope these characters are actually, like,
他们
good.
就像一块灵活的战术拼图在你需要时
I believe our party is of 3 characters total, though, so I guess they can't make all of them super duper good. They probably want a reason for us to use the higher rarity units.
是能用的伙伴能在很多战斗场合
Dang, look, the comment is serious in this. Like, there's like, because everyone, like, it's not swapping. It's not swapping. It's like everyone else is on the field. To see them all like jump the enemy is so sick. Look at all the characters. What the heck?
24位不同定位、不同风格的干员陪伴
Oh, that is a lot of 6 stars. But I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna pause it for a moment. Normally, when it's like live streams like this, I let it play out. I gotta look at all these. Okay, so we got the 2 administrators. I'm guessing we only get to pick one of them. Ember, Leviathan, or Levitane. Levitane is Surtur, right? I don't know how the lore works out, but I know like a lot of these characters are characters from previous Arknights. Like I'm pretty sure Gilberta is also like a previous Arknight character, but like what take? Definitely I'm interested in Levitane. Ardelia looks sick. I don't know if I want to go for the girl administrator or the guy one. We'll have to decide when the game starts officially. I'm guessing this game is launching early 2026. Now that would make sense. If the beta is now in November, and let's say that'll last a couple weeks, I feel like we're looking at like a February or even a January launch. Because this is going to be the final beta, right? And it's beta test 2, but I think it's the 3rd one. Maybe. There's even a little thing here. It looks like a 3. I don't know. But, Thanks. I definitely want to build the pan. He looks funny. Perlica, I need to see more of her character, but like I like the plain design. Slow shine, that you wanna. Wool guide looks pretty cool. I like Chen a lot. Her design looks really, really cool. Mi's 4 stars are all sick, honestly. Like, actually, all of them are kind of fire. I hope they're usable. I don't know how Hypergriff, or I guess this is Breathline. I'm assuming, again, Arknights, base Arknights is still going. Maybe some of the staff transferred over, but like, and this is probably for the most part a new team. With like maybe some like experienced leadership from Arknights, you know, leading the way. But like, I don't know how they plan to balance this. I'm really hoping that it's like, we just gotta cook like crazy with the team comms. And like, we're gonna have a bajillion different options, I hope. This is a really strong cast. It looks good. And let's continue. Oh shoot, wait. There you go. A richer content experience. All I ask, let me use the 4 stars. Like, I'm not trying to make a team entirely of 4 stars, but I'm saying if they can open up the opportunities for me to come up with crazy ideas, I'm all for it. Because that's like the fun of these games, you know what I mean? Powerful combo skills open up a range of ways of attacks. That's a true heart of Enfield's combat experience. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, we're pausing again. Hang on. We're gonna... Again, I don't normally pause, but we gotta see here. The guard skill that making enemies vulnerable and applying physical statuses. Excellent damage dealer. Interesting. Vanguard. Great at restoring skill points to help teammates skill casting. So I'm guessing Vanguards are going to be like hyper important, especially on teams that want these skill points a lot. Caster excels at arts inflictions and arts reactions. Excellent damage dealer. Defender, highly durable, skilled at protecting and healing teammates and counterattacking enemies. The defender. What about support? Was a striker, exploits physical art or arts effects inflicted by other operators to unleash decisive attacks. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm guessing, so like, we'll probably have, I mean, actually, I think they're even saying with that one guy whose name is hard to pronounce, that he consumes stacks to do more damage. So I'm guessing you're gonna want, he said, they said he was a vanguard. So I imagine that you're gonna like try and like, there's gonna be multiple like playstyles for the teammates. Like you'll maybe build around the striker and you want to have other teammates that inflict the status ailments. And then they can consume it. And because everyone's on field, it's gonna be constant. Ooh, I'm seeing the vision here. Supporter, skilled at applying various control effects on weakened enemies, can also buff and support teammates. So I'm guessing defender and supporter, there's probably gonna be difference between like arts and then physical. So then there's already 2 like main ways of damaging. And then we have all these elements too. This is gonna be really, really interesting. I'm excited. And if they let me do an all-defender team where it's just we never die because it's all 3 of us healing each other, that might be pretty fun. But also, a lot of these gacha games try to turn it into DPS checks instead of just spamgy. And then so when you have to kill an enemy at a certain amount of time, then it becomes, you know, you need to have very specific comps. But I'm hoping they don't lean into like time limits and are more about just like, you know, getting through the turn-based combat. Well, not turn-based, but getting through like the strategic combat. Because like, I feel like people are willing to sit in a boss fight for a long time, as long as they can survive. And if they win, they're even happier when they overcome it, right? Like, I've played a ton of turn-based games where you just fight the boss for like 30 minutes, and you just like praying your strategy works. And then when you finally win, you're like, oh my goodness, I was under-leveled, and I didn't have the resources to win, but I was just really careful and we won. I feel like that's so much fun. I hope that we get a little bit of it that year. We gather from previous tests, we've made wide-ranging updates to both the class system and the overall combat mechanics. For Beta Test 2, after these adjustments, each operator now has a clearer role and rhythm in battle. That is very, very exciting. Like, I know a lot of Gacha community, they want their character to be like a main DPS and they want them to be like super OP. But when you specialize characters for like specific roles, but they do that role really well, and it's like, when you start, because again, and I know there's the combat part, but like part of the gameplay, part of the fun, part of the loop is making the teams, right? Is building the characters, making your team comp. And I feel like a lot of gacha games really lean into that, and then they stall off once the team is built. Like, for example, I feel like for Genshin Impact, right? The rotations are, you know, pretty straightforward. You just do the same rotation over and over again. The part of the fun in that game is, in Genshin, it's building the team and putting it together. I feel like when you come up with the team comp that where the reactions all line up perfectly, all the cooldowns line up perfectly, and that's part of the fun, right? And then the same thing can apply to stuff like Wuthering Waves and, all these other high-end gachas. I really hope Endfield, like, super duper leans into, like, making that team building aspect just as fun as actually executing. But the thing is, a lot of places seem to fall apart on the executing. Like, I feel like Genshin Impact, they're executing when you're doing the combat with the team. Not as fun as building the team. And Wuthering Waves, I find that building the team is kind of annoying because they're so restrictive, where they're like, you have to use these two units together or else you do no damage. But in the actual combat part, the execution, it's so much fun when you're reacting to the enemies and you're actually doing the fight, right? So I'm hoping Arknights, because of this, they have 6 different classes here, we have 5 elements. I'm thinking it has all the parts and the tools to make something really special because the combat looks interesting. And the character building looks interesting. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute, we might have something special here. Alright, anyways, that's my rant. I got sidetracked and started talking about other games. I just wanna... This game looks so good. And it has to be really, really good. Oh, hang on. Alright, now I gotta read this. And I would just read what they're saying down here, but they're speaking fast, guys. We gotta pause and, like... We gotta pause and digest all this stuff carefully because... They're throwing too much at me and I'm like losing track. So we gotta see here. Hitting an enemy for the first time with the skill physical status applies vulnerable instead of the actual physical status. Vulnerable can stack up to 4 times. So vulnerable is a type of status ailment essentially. Lift and knockdown. Those add vulnerable and deal stagger to the enemy. Consumes all vulnerable stacks to deal physical damage. So you can apply these 2 statuses. And then they both contribute to vulnerable, and then you can consume the vulnerable with these special moves. That's gonna be really interesting. So you're definitely gonna be paying attention to like those statuses on the enemies. I hope that this is really readable. I mean, you can kind of see it right here. And then there as well. I think it's absolutely paramount that the UI, the little health bars for enemies, it's paramount that they make all this readable. Like at a glance, I feel like that's super duper important. But that's interesting, the stack consumer is like a play style. So I wonder if there's gonna be like mixing, whereas like you'll have teams where this isn't the sole focus of a damage, but like they'll be doing other stuff on top of that, right? But then there's gonna be teams that focus on just that. Oh my goodness, wait. We got a reaction system, wait a minute. So heat burst. So I keep applying fire, heat burst, electric. So they have the bursts of just applying model elements. Combustion? Oh my goodness. Wait, triple element reactions? Electrification? Solidification. Corrosion. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing it's one of these plus the main element. Maybe. I don't know. Definitely looks like something where you're not gonna be like focusing too hard on like what reaction you're applying, just applying as many as possible maybe. Oh no, they could do so many things with this. Never mind. Okay, this is very, very interesting. And I remember seeing 5 elements. Actually, no, physical was the last one, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, so interesting. Alright, let's move on. Why are my subtitles? Come back! Don't let, I can't. What is happening? I lost my subtitles, guys. Maybe I turn them off and on again. Oh, there we go. Oh, we broke it for a second, but we're back. Sorry if the reaction is super low. I gotta lock in. They're throwing a lot of information at us. Like, this is 50 minutes long, but I feel like they put in like an hour and a half worth of information. I feel like that's what they're doing here. I'll take this over the other Gacha games, which will give me 20 minutes of information within the span of 40 in their live streams.
但是其实一定要注意，在连续闪2次之后，会有短暂的一个真空期，没有办法再。
They really did change the dodge system.
大家需要提前做好一些策略上的规划。
So they made it feel better. I remember people were complaining during the previous beta. They were saying that like it was so restrictive,
这个时候闪掉了敌人的一个
and so dodging was really hard.
我们的极限闪避，触发极限闪避以后，可以让消耗的
Looks like we have 2 dodges now,
恢复一点点的记忆力。
but you get a cooldown
关键
after.
的是，就算极限闪避不成功，其实也没有关系，只要在普攻连段中使用了闪避，就都能直接接上。
Alright, I think this makes it a lot easier.
从头再起手了。
I'm curious. I mean, if it feels good, then maybe you don't mind. I don't know. I didn't play the beta. I just remember people were like, yo, it, you know, it made it more of a choice to dodge. Or not a choice, but like, you have to be like really... You have to be really dedicated to your choice. And make sure you execute it, or else you'll get punished, kind of a thing. Now I kind of like the more methodical approach to game design, where it's like... You have to be ready, you can't just spam buttons. You gotta actually like do stuff, because I find games where you can spam dodge and stuff. I just resort to just spamming dodge and stuff. Like, and this is gonna sound horrendous, but like I play Genshin and Moving Lace, I don't look at the enemies anymore. I just look at the cooldowns in the corner and spam dodge, and it works. Like, I feel like that's very slanderous, but that's what I do. It works! They made it too easy! Well, kind of. If you play Wuthering Waves and you fight the holograms, never mind, that's not gonna work there, but... Like in the end game and a lot of stuff, I still think end game's a bit too hard in Wula though, like they're getting too strong. But like... I'm more focused on the cooldowns because I gotta fit more damage in there than... other stuff. They reanimated all of Lamartine's stuff, what the heck? Or wait, no, they changed the timing? Question mark? Wait, now I gotta watch this again, I'm an animation buff. The effects are definitely a lot cooler. So visual upgrades and refined skill sets. I do hope that these characters are, to an extent, future-proof, if that makes sense. I know, like, in these gacha games, typically, you know, future-proof is not a real thing. They're gonna eventually, over time, they'll power keep your character, make them a lot stronger, or make the new characters a lot stronger. But, like, I feel like every gacha game, the starting cast just gets cooked. Like, they're worthless after just a little bit of time. And I'm like, I'm such a big fan of this design here. I know she's like a really popular character in base Arknights, Surtur. Actually, that she would probably be the reason why I would start Arknights, but I decided not to, and here we are. Now I'm like, I gotta get her in Endfield. Yeah, she's doing like a lot more crazy stuff, what the heck? It was shifted from a caster to a striker. Oh yeah, so instead of doing like spells and stuff, she's smacking the crap out of the enemy. Continuous combat, pairing her with an operator who applies heat infection creates a powerful synergy which allows it to unleash devastating area attacks. Wait, okay, my inner animator is like, I gotta see this, hang on. So they have more dark flames going on. They increase the contrast. I can see, yeah, so they made the fire effects a lot less prominent because more clarity on the character's face. Yeah, there's a lot of blur and like the effects were causing distortion, so they changed it. They made her eyes glow a lot more. The lighting's definitely different. They made a lot of changes. Wait a minute, whoa! What I even look at this and I say, oh, they look pretty similar. It looks kind of like a filter over the other one, right? But no, there's a lot of like subconscious, well not subconscious, but they made a lot of changes to the lighting in the graphical style. Like it's all minor tweaks, right? But like that stuff is very, very intentional when they do stuff like this. Like the eyes are a lot more saturated. Definitely a lot sharper in the stuff here. If you look at the lighting on her clothing and stuff, you can see like how the way the light has highlights, it's very, very different. They totally changed the graphical style. Woo. Interesting. And this is stuff that like normally people won't geek out about, but me, I'm like, because when you make a 3D game, like the amount, like the shaders and like the way you layer all of the effects with while like managing how much compute the player has access to, right? Because you gotta load everything else, right? it's all super duper intentional. Like, for Zenless on Zero, right, that game, when people look at it, man, it's pretty anime, but you notice its cell shading is very weird compared to the other games. Like, I've seen animators spend hours and hours just trying to figure out, like, their exact way they're layering their shaders in Zenless on Zero, and people still haven't figured out, like, how to perfectly mimic the effect. We've gotten close! But their stuff is so unique that it's like, you know, it's weird. And then so she's seeing this here in Arknights. It's kind of like, it's really interesting to see them. When you guys know they're putting in the work on their art style, they're really refining it down to the last minute detail. But even going like so far to remove the background faster. Right, it's gone in one frame. Just so that like the move is snappier. That's crazy. Definitely, they've gone, there's a lot less going on with, like, there's way less particle effects. There's more contrast in the flames. But, like, I know a lot of people will think that the extra lighting and the extra particle effects and the extra effects flying around is better. But for the sake of recording, I appreciate it, because the second you start spamming particle effects, the bitrate of everything was way down. I think this is in terms of readability, because remember, you gotta simplify these characters, because there's gonna be 2-3 other characters on the field jumping the enemy too, right? So when you have one throwing particle effects everywhere, and then there's 3 other people throwing particle effects everywhere, it becomes a visual cluttered mess. They really sharpened her down to like what you want to be seeing. It's like, okay, we know that this is gonna hit the enemy, we don't need the extra stuff around here, because there's gonna be other characters throwing out attacks too. Really nice job. Also, they even had like the effects shooting with little triangles instead of just basic particle effects. Like, you can see it's a lot more extreme with the use of particle effects here, but even... Let's go back just a little bit. That hit effect is so good, the triangle. And it breaks on the other triangles. Actually, just 2 other triangles and the rest are regular particle effects. Definitely, though, I have to admit, I know for the sake of visual clarity, they had to do it. This flame looks so sick, it's gone now. Oh, man. Okay, alright. Sorry, we wasted like a whole 5 minutes on that. I'm such a fan of animation and stuff. This is how I watch trailers, by the way, so I feel bad for people that are like, I just want to see the reaction. No, like, no, I gotta break it down frame by frame. I gotta see the timing of their animation. Oh, and the pauses are so good. That's me every single time I see animation. Wait, go back. Hang on. Here, I was talking over him. He was saying something incredibly important. Feels richer and more dynamic. I think they achieved that. At least visually. I don't know how it's gonna feel, but visually, it may seem like it's less, but less is more. They made the character easier to see. Now rewarding in strategy and execution. I'm sure you've all noticed by now. Combat in Endfield revolves around real-time tactical battles fought by 4 members. 4-member teams, okay. I couldn't even read the whole sentence he's talking to us. Each deployment is a test of timing, tactics, and team rhythm. Every move you command your operators to make completely change the course of battle. So when you're forming your team, just stacking your strongest operators isn't the smartest approach. Yes! Yes! I love it! I love it! I go and just make me spam 5 and 6-star teams. Alright, when you use the 4 stars, make them integral. Please! But also give me flexibility. More 4 and 5-star operators to give you greater flexibility. There it is. There it is. And building and experimenting with different teams. So let's take a look at physical type lineup in action. I hope the enemies aren't just easy fodder either. Like, we have yet to have a gacha game where you fight enemies that don't die instantly. Like, I hope in the main story they make it somewhat challenging at least. Because you look at Genshin, you look at Wuthering Waves, right? You look at Zenless Zone Zero. When you're playing the main story or just running around in the overworld, you fight the guys, they die instantly. I know people are complaining about that in Do It Land Abyss, but like that's the style of game they're going for though. So it's okay that those enemies die in one hit. They'd feel too spongy if they didn't. But in like Genshin and in Wuthering Waves, like the enemies are dying before I even get the chance to set up my team rotation, right? So opens the battle skill, knocking the enemy down. Inflict vulnerable. Alright. That's added in post, right? That's not part of the... Yeah, it's added in post. Oh. I think it is at least the stack of vulnerable. Or is that gonna be there in the real game? It's kind of invasive, so I don't think it is. We can see it here. This is pretty clear, I think, on the bottom little bust that they got on him. Oh, okay, so there's 2 stacks. It's so clear. Nice job, devs. So it's the shield, right? The shield with the slash shield to show that they're vulnerable. Their defense is vulnerable. Right? And then it's gonna get a 1, 2, and it's gonna go... There's gonna be a circle that forms around it. So you know there's 2 stacks of it right now because it's got the 2 bars on it. What the heck am I looking at? This is so complicated. It's definitely, we'll get a feel for it when I play it eventually. So I'm not gonna go in and break down this. I feel like I've already kind of got a feel for its complexity and its depth just from watching, even though I don't know what they're doing. And then they broke it. Nice. So they only won for 2 stacks. It can go up to 4 stacks though. Gosh dang. Again, guys, see, I was right. They have to really make sure the animations are concise, because the LED is gonna become blinding when everyone's throwing attacks in there. So they gotta make sure it's concise, which, like, this is visually pretty understandable. Like, we all know what's happening. We see the flippin'... I think that's Shen, and then you see the panda guy, and you see our main dude. They're all just jumping enemy. Support running around in the background. That, like, the triangle shatter looks crazy. I love it. I'm guessing that's like a stun break? Yeah, it is. Oh, they got 4 stacks on there? Yeah, like I said, there's a circle around the shield. Flippin', this panda is about to end this guy's entire career. Why is he dunking on him like that? Oh my gosh, I gotta see that again, hang on. Yeah, with the walk? Oh my goodness, diabolical. I'm really excited to run around with my team in the overworld. Like, I feel like gacha gamers are just used to being lonely because, like, you play Genshin, you play Wua, you play all of them. You're by yourself, and then, like, when you're like, oh, I have a team of characters, you swap, and then they hop off the field. So you only see one at a time, and I'm like, dang, I'm by myself still. I internally, subconsciously, right? In this game, we got companions. It definitely feels very Xenoblade X, guys. Please, I'm begging you, please check out the Xenoblade series, it's lit. Anyways. Okay, so this is a non-physical team comp, right? It's an art-based team. Like, look, they're showing us the playstyles. This is sick. No, they're already all throwing out magic. This looks insane. Or maybe not magic, some science gear or something. I don't know. I don't know how the magic powers work in this universe. I didn't play Arknights. Explain it down below in the comments, please. Thank you. I'm really relying on the fact that I'm hoping that Arknights fans hop in and just give me the breakdown. Also, if you want me to play base Arknights, let me know in the comments down below. If enough of you ask, I'll do it. I'll do it on stream. So, Gosh dang. And there's like looking in this bottom corner and there's a million things. There's 8 things there. I'm like, bruh. And they're all doing the skills. I gotta see how this actually plays, like, in game. They're all doing crazy stuff. Mastering continues to empower Yvonne, stacking more layers of cryo infliction with Yvonne's skill and the IR text by last writing it. Now we got 2 stacks of cryo infliction. Oh, they made it so readable, guys. It's so clear, it's flippin'. The way the stacks work, it's just, you got the symbol for the stack, and then they put a circle around it, it's split into 4. This 4 is the max, it's so good. At least it's more visual than a number to me, at least. Like, if I see a full circle of around the element, I'm like, oh, I know it's maxed out, time to capitalize off of it. We fine-tuned the overall combat experience across multiple bosses. Like, I have to say, I'm so interested. Because when you have something strategy-based, no, like, you still have to actively dodge, right? So you're not only just dodging the enemy and spamming all your DPS attacks, right? You're trying to, like, you're actively dodging while trying to figure out, alright, how am I going to chain all my moves together to do the most possible damage? And I'm praying it is not the ideal, I mean, it's not one ideal rotation of attacks every single time. I'm praying that, like, you're gonna see damage windows that are different sizes. And because they're different sizes, you're gonna try and, like, figure out how to fit in. I want it to be more free-flowing rather than just rinse and repeat the same deal over and over again. No, we'll have to wait and see. Oh my goodness, this looks great. Rodon. And we have some visual presentation of a fight while keeping all the key combat stuff. Claire needs to read, for example. Dang, the flippin' the red circle. Yeah, the combat looks so satisfying, guys. Like, the satisfaction. Oh, look at his mechanics! The raid mechanics! We gotta hide behind the wall. You know, I'm looking at this. I was comparing the Stellasora to, like, Dragalia Lost, but I'm actually thinking Endfield, because the teammates are, like, you know, just, they're on the team and they're doing stuff in the background, and you're giving them the orders to use skills at specific times. But to an extent, this is still like action combat. This is beginning to, like, feel like a high-end Dragalia, guys. Like, this is the way the combat is styled. You control one character, and then the other ones is like you control their skill usage and stuff. And Dragalia had a huge emphasis on his boss fights, so seeing like crazy mechanics like this, because I still think that, like, most gacha games, not most of the big gacha games of the big 3D high-end budget, most of them haven't really embraced, like, raid mechanics to, like, a really high extent. Like, it's not very often you see don't stand in the red circle. That barely happens in the gacha games nowadays. It's just the enemies attacking dodge. And they can't put raid mechanics in there because they always time gate everything. All you gotta do is fight in 2 minutes, so if you put a raid mechanic where it wastes 2 minutes, people are gonna get mad. Yes, the factory, the thing that I see, all of the Arknight fans are like, this is fire. It's different, it's a whole new thing, and all the content creators I see talking about this, they're like, I don't want to do it, it's too much. It's boring, I don't have the attention span for this. This is the thing that's, like, got people big mad. Or maybe not big mad, but, like, at each other's throats. You know, fitting out to gather resources, setting up mining rigs, and watching them quietly run on their own. Like, this is the gameplay, is it not? Like, you're trying to build your factory to be as efficient as possible to get you what you want. And then after that, it's like it's built already. And you can live in the satisfaction that you're getting your materials without having to work for it now. But you have to earn it, right? That's the part that's important.
当然，这些啊是我们管理员辛苦消耗脑细胞换来的劳动成果。对的对的。话说了这么多啊，相信也有很多不熟悉这一玩法的管理员们，看见开始宣传片中宏大但是意外复杂的工厂系统，哎呀，看着是不是有一点点头晕啊？但是不要怕啊，我们这一次就来为大家一点一点
walk you through step by step to show you how exactly it works. They didn't say we made an auto build. Made it good. Don't make an auto build. They said, all right, guys. Well, this they explain it to you slowly.
合成或者加工的地方都安排一台机器，然后利用传送带从一端自动输入原料，然后从另一端成品就会自动的出来了。那么将每一个步骤都安排好机器，并且帮它们都串联起来，这样一条从原料生产药品的产线就完成了。
It's like when you play Minecraft and you build like an auto farmer. Then that's kind of what you want. And then you click that one, so now the new ingredient is combining them into that packet thing, and then now it goes into that one.
接下来就可以享受快乐的挂机时刻了啊！那么只要
Yeah, that looks like fun. I'll be honest. I don't know why people were so upset with it.
产线也不会太遥远。
But maybe it's like it's tedious to them.
只
But
要
like
耐心，一点点来。
I don't know. I'm a big fan of games that like make you work for your reward. You know what I mean?
越来越大，最终自动合成出复杂的高级物品也不再是梦。
And look, and now they got a super utopia. That's just it does everything for them. And they're like, okay,
这样大规模的集成工业
I did it. I completed the task. I get to sit in the rewards and the glory.
一步步的实现。所以药品等这些
Yeah, this looks sick. I'll be honest.
源源不断的从自动化的产线中生产出来，而且更重要的是制造。
I really feel like this is so appealing. Am I crazy?
其实也是由工厂产线来自动产出。
Like I don't know. Flipping optimizing your build is so much fun.
做完做你的。
In like all of the survival games, like flipping me working on a mob farmer in Minecraft, and then you get me working on the ideal auto farmer for the wheat farm. You know what I mean? It's that, but like
虽然说作为这种玩法
in the gacha game with pretty anime people.
思考这样的一个过程是非常享受的啊，但是我也相信有很多玩家其实想要有一个比较好的参
And I
考，
prefer something easy to reference or a simple tool
能够帮助他去完
help
成
streamline their factory construction.
那么我们也听到了。
Oh no! Oh, here we go. They're about to cook me, isn't it?
舒适其实计划就要做掉这个不可或缺的功能了，那便是蓝图系统。
Blueprint system. Oh.
Manual construction. Time consuming
They made a whole trailer for this. What the heck?
and prone to mess ups. Worry no more. Blueprints are here. Just copy and paste, and you're done.
Oh no! Oh no! They made a thing that does it for you.
Chaos be gone. Everything is now under your control.
Okay, but if I optimize it myself, it'll be better than if you follow the blueprints, right?
Efficiency, order, control. The blueprint system delivers it all.
没错，欢迎回来。
Okay.
刚才短片啊，
I'm gonna need you guys to explain it.
带来的效果。现在我们展开多说一些。首先，随着工业研究的推进，你可以逐渐
I'll gradually unlock more AIC technologies and new facilities, each coming with its own simulation tutorial.
而在完成模拟空间里的教学后呢，你就可以领取到不少通用功能的，或者是能够
Oh
生产
god, there's a million blueprints on the
蓝
menu.
图图纸。那么有了这些对应的蓝图啊，如果还是不知道如何开始生产的管理员，就可以先借助对应的蓝图，直接进到工厂了，非常的方便。
Man, maybe this is better than auto at least.
蓝图的预览模式，便于可以大家清楚的看到，哎，在
Actually, I don't even know how you'd make an auto mode for something like this.
传送带以及机器相应的生产物啊，我们以通用种植生产的蓝图来举个例子啊。
Definitely this top-down view
和采种机两个机器的一个
is a lot more, it's a lot more accessible for building, I think.
然后再来种植它，获得侨花，这样不断的一个循环，这样就不用再频繁的手动采集侨花了。
除此之外啊，还能开启批量模式，进行产线的快速复制、移动，还有删除。 那当然啦，被选中的产线啊，我们也可以选择把它保
Yeah,
存回
in
来
this mode is definitely a lot easier to build.
还可以分享给其他的管理员，给
You
他
can
们
share your
展示
design
你
and
的
show off your
精
creative
妙创
factory
意，或者
setups.
是为手足无措的其他管理员指点迷津。
Okay, so we can view each other's
当然也可以
bases.
通过分享吧，获取别人的蓝图。那无论是自己遇到困难，还是想要研究学习自动化大脑的设计，都是非常方便的。
那肯定是非常方便的。
Oh,
然
huh.
后随着我
So
们进程的不断推进和
I can just steal other
各种
people's
不同
work?
类型的蓝图都是可以被创造出来的，而且不仅仅限于单个产线，你其实更能创造出各种规模非常大的一些大型产线，
What
进而
the
大大
heck?
地提升我们工厂建造的一些效率。蓝图不仅仅是一个效率工具，它也是工业
Is
制
this
造
the
的放大
community
器
with the amplifier of
它让每位
creativity?
管理员
Okay.
设计和优化成果能够被复制，并且这个智慧也可以被分享。我们现在就在设想着，管理员们相互交换蓝图的时候，把想象力和创造力发挥到极致的这么一个画面。
对，
I
这种
hope
情景啊
that's the
可能也
case.
是作为游戏制作者最开心的
From
时
my
刻之
end,
一。
like knowing how the
对的，没
community
错。而
works
且
in these
蓝
games.
图不仅仅是能够
I think someone's just gonna make a
便捷
hyper
管理员
optimized blueprint,
以及帮助一些
and then
管理
everyone will
员
just share it, and
降
everyone
低
will just
工作
copy and
上
paste that one.
我觉得啊，它很
Oh,
大
is
的
that's
一个
what
作
I
用
think
是
would
能够
happen.
帮助管理员以
That's
自
what
己
I
喜
think
欢
would
的方
happen
式来开始
if it's
互
like you
动
can share
和
blueprints with each
最
other.
终的目的呢，是为了让更多的管理员
So instead of
喜
people
欢上这
building
个
it,
方
it'll
法
just
最
be
有
a
利的
skip
部分
moment.
然后享受自己动手的乐趣和
Is there
源源不
building
断
is in your
创造的这种
hands?
一种
Yeah,
满
but I
足感。
can just copy and
那
paste the
有了
best.
蓝
The
图，
I
接
can
下
go
来就是
to
大
I
规
can go
模
search
扩建工
best
厂了。而当你的工厂
best
越来越大，
Arknights
空间
Endfield
可能成了最大的
blueprint,
问题。
对的，那这时候大家就应该懂那种
and
感
then
觉
we
啊。比方
copy that
说，
one, and then we
还
just
能不能
put
往
it
这个地方
we
再
put it
塞
in
一
our
些
in
没
our
错没
world,
错
and then
这就是
we're
为什么我
chilling,
们
and I
设计
didn't
了
have to do any
一个
work.
新的扩张管理的辅助机器人——集成管家。
集成管家
Well,
呢
I guess
可
that's a
以帮
choice
助大
though,
家
right?
扩展可用场地，自动
No one
维护
told me
区
I
域
have
更
to
加
go
厉害
and
的是啊
copy the
我们还
best
能使用
one.
它建设仓库的延长传输线，大大的提升效率。
Well, we'll have to wait and see till when the actual game comes out. But I tell you, if we can share each other's blueprints, and that's gonna happen like immediately, I guarantee you.
地区调度券，
Pre-built
大
base,
家可以随着我们
max
地区的建造
resources.
通过一些据点或者交易的方式进行获取。调度券除了用于让集成管家进行工厂扩建，还可以用于更多地区发展的一些事项上，比如进行地区物资
Oh, okay,
相关
so
的设备升级等
Then we can upgrade the
这些
processing
设施会随着
facilities.
等级的提升，具有越来越多的
Holy moly, we're Farmville now,
地
guys.
区的
We're
发展
Clash of Clans.
都说一方水土养一方人，不同地域的特色呢，也影响
Every
了
region, the
当地的
virus
工
shapes
艺
its industry. I guess it's gonna be different, like, yeah, this is the Wuling
因此
plant,
工业
right?
计划也大量设计液体。
But we're gonna be making in other regions, I presume? Question mark? I don't know, like, how they're gonna handle traveling, or if it's gonna be like you have your hub area,
打液体
and then you're gonna go to
使用
different
来检查
areas.
机关或者消除局部的一些侵蚀。
Clear blight. What the heck is the...
液体还能参与各种产物的生产。
Is it like the blight in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?
就是需要清水
Is that how it's gonna
作为原料
work?
之一，可以在天有红炉中进行合成生产。
Using clean water as a clean key ingredient. Alright, now we're diving into lore
衍生
stuff.
出了武林地区的工业变化，比如吸氧中继器和吸
Is there
氧
a
供
night
电
pylon and relay?
那它们在放置时啊，就可以直接连接在一定距离内的用电设施，再也不用拉电线来牵引电力了。
是的，是的，那可真是相当之方便。
Oh, there we go.
在我们游戏中
They
呢，有一种叫做
simplified
仓库
being an
存取线
electrician
的
in
东
this
西
world.
大家可以把它看作是仓库的延伸。大家可以通过仓库存取线直接进行货物的收取与供货。但是在上次测试中呢，这个仓库存取线只能在特定的位置出现啊，稍有不便。在我们这次的优化中，有了红杉科技的加成，仓库存取线可以出现在许多自由的地方，
Okay.
让管理员的布局难度大大减小。
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but
那从
definitely the
单
base
条产
building
线啊
looks a
到
lot
大
of
规模
fun.
自动化，从蓝图一键部署，再到
But I do wonder how many people are just gonna
再到各个
like, I'll
地
be
区
use
的特色
blueprints
组件的
and
加入
skip past it. Maybe they balanced it, I don't know.
逐层
We'll have to wait and see when the game actually comes out. I wonder if this feature is gonna be in the beta, cause like it's not like a full. No, it's not like your name's releasing, right? So it's like a sharing system. I don't know if they why would they. I don't know why you would implement that in the
在
closed
探
beta.
索和战斗之外，自
But
然
there's
也
not
有
gonna
家的
be
部
too
分
many people
那就
playing.
不得不提管理员的家，远在天穹之上的周末地大本营地加号。
Okay, so this is our hub. We got a spaceship above everybody else. I mean, okay, wait. Go back. You beat the aura farm in the big chair? Gosh dang. Without your Star Trek dreams of commanding the ship.
这里同时还是很多干员生活起居和工作的场所。在全面测试中，大家可以扩大制造舱、培养舱，还能使用更多开放了的舱室。
Oh, there's unlockable facilities? Interesting.
来到地江号的中央环厅，便能遇见干员们。
There's a room where you're gonna find your operators. Oh, here we go. Relationship system. We're giving them gifts, and they're look, that's a heart. Their heart is going up. Alright, I'm gonna be the first to say it. I'm not gonna be the first to say it, everyone already said it, but I'll be honest, I know that like the communities, the ones that are like really doing, they get a little bit parasocial with the characters, right? They treat them like they're real people. Lean into that, I don't care. Put in a full dating system. Let us all fall in love with the characters, please. I'm begging you, make them feel alive. I feel like that is... Just do it. I know it's not healthy for people. I don't care. That's how I enjoy games. Alright, just make them feel alive. A lot of people are very lonely, and their fictional character makes them very happy. Let's do it. Come on. Hypergris, or Gifline, or whatever. You guys can do it. Zemla Zone Zero is already super close to doing it already. They got most of the parts there. Add in a dating system. You don't even have to have real romance, just let me hang out with the characters. Give them a little, like... I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the, the Spawn-style gacha games, the older gacha games they had were, you get little visual novel hangouts with the characters when you get your relationship high enough, and when you get to see a little bit of, like, how their character is. Just fun slice of life stuff, add that. Put that in here. Yeah, if I get them to relationship rank 5, then we get to go on a hangout, and then I get to see this character talk about their life. Gosh, so we can display our weapons? Oh my goodness, dripping. I think, if I remember correctly, there was a weapon banner. There was a weapon banner, but the way you pulled on it was different than the other gacha games. Like, you did pulls on maybe banner, and it would give you currency for the weapon banner, I'm pretty sure, and that's how it worked. Okay, so yeah, everyone's gonna be showing the walls with their cool stuff. Oh, we can visit everybody else's crib? Oh. That's pretty sick, actually. And space salvage. Okay, so this is like our exploration. That's like the hub that leads us to the exploration areas. Okay, so this one, they're just telling us the truth from the get-go. They're like, we still gotta add more to this. So everyone who plays the beta, let us know so that we can enhance this further. Enhanced for all platforms this year. Added controller support. Nice. That's huge. Vibration support. DualSense haptic feedback now supported. That is actually huge, guys. If you have access to a DualSense controller, I beg you, please turn on that haptic feedback. It is game-changing. Well, assuming adaptive triggers, especially this, assuming that the devs put in the work, okay? But having a controller that has HD rumble, like on the Switch Joy-Cons or on the DualSense, they're doing haptic feedback, right? It's always game-changing. The adaptive triggers, honestly, out of all of the controllers, right, the adaptive triggers on the PS5 DualSense is when the devs actually use that, it really is one of the coolest things ever. So, definitely, I'll probably play with a PS5 controller, if I'm gonna be honest. This sounds, I know mouse keyboard is probably the default for a lot of people, it's easier, you don't have to plug in the controller. But if they're gonna enhance it with vibration and adaptive triggers, that might be the wave. Added main screen layout customization. Whoa, wait, whoa. What do you mean? On mobile, single these buttons can now be repositioned or resized and have a disable trace. What? Whoa, that's crazy. That's huge, actually. Wireless control experience. Improved skill casting and enemy targeting for controller and mobile. Interesting. Enhanced audio and sound effects. Oh my goodness. Spatial audio if you miss around and dual sense controller speaker. Sound effects not supported. That's cool and all. The speaker on the dual sense is kind of whatever, so I immediately turn it off every time. Oh, so we were downloading on the iPhone 17 Pro Max? Alright. I don't mean to flex, okay? Especially because I'm on like the worst plan known to man. But I did just upgrade my phone to literally this. So them displaying how it runs on that. Keep in mind, I've been trying to put games on my phone because I have more storage than these have. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can just put the games I want on here. And having the games actually run good. Because these gacha games, like, they don't run good on phones. They just don't. Like, if I had an older iPhone way back. And it's like, they would not run good. The phone would turn into flipping a space heater for my room. Alright, seeing everything that's performed on like a high-end device for the one time, because I've never gotten like a flagship on the year it released ever. So, this has me excited. But also like, when a game doesn't run and you have one you consider, like, I know Android has more power things, I'm pretty sure. Like, I know the Samsung one has gotta be more powerful, right? Maybe, I don't know, I didn't do enough research. But, like those devices, they'll have more power, right? But when you have like a high-end device and then the game doesn't run, you know that it's like, oh, it might be cooked. Like, for example, Do It Night Abyss. I tried to play that on mobile. Silly moly, that was so cooked, guys. That is a PC-only game, and even then, like, people are having performance issues. No loading screens, no interruptions. Ooh, I like that. Okay, it looks like it's running well. I'm gonna pray that, like, it doesn't thermal throttle, like, after 30 minutes. Because that's the reality of phone gaming. Phones, like, they start, like, losing performance after 30 minutes because it's an enclosed system. The heat just stays trapped inside the phone unless you have an external thing cooling it down. If you do have an external thing cooling it down, though, then, like, by all means, like, your experience is actually pretty solid, I'd say. Mobile optimizations are ongoing if suggestions are greatly improved. They're moving across the overring fast with that zipline and like you're not jumping flames. To make it smoother. This needs to be standardized, please. This is so good, guys. Like, this is crazy. The only thing I worry about is like in my stupidity, if I accidentally cover up a menu thing with like these buttons, am I cooked? Like if I cover up the pause menu button with like an attack button and now I can no longer hit the pause menu button to go back into the screen to control, like to fix the mobile controls, am I cooked? I'm sure they thought of that, right? Okay, I have to admit, like, okay, main button is attack. This is a scary amount of skills to have access to. Also, that 4-star girl is on the team. That gets me excited. Oh my goodness, the gameplay is so sick. Ah, never mind, everything's dead already. I was like, why are they not attacking? And then I looked at the characters. I was looking at the button presses. I wanted to see what they were button mashing. You can find the control set most natural for you. I mean, I'll find these a mobile controller, I'll be honest. Actually, maybe not. I think part of the fun of playing on your phone is you can do your dailies really easily. Acquired operators and weapons. Oh, here we go. Are we gonna talk about the gacha? Alright. They better make this seem mad appealing, because right now we're in a space where Do It Night Abyss removed gacha, and Nanta is like me and burning whoever gacha in the first place. Where you were chasing cosmetics and buying housing and buying vehicles and stuff. Alright, Stellasaur, they just launched, alright? And they had like what would be normal gacha in 2020. And everyone lost their minds because we're in 2025 and gacha has gotten so competitive where people are like, me eliminated the 50-50, we lowered the pity, and every game that releases they keep, you know, optimizing the gacha even more to the point where it's like it's so free to play friendly that they're like, wait, we can't make money anymore. So people are like, remove the gacha completely and now we're monetizing cosmetics. So I'm curious. How are you guys gonna sell us on this? And will the community receive it well?
比较关心的寻访相关的内容。
Headhunting. First, quick clarification, headhunting and the arsenal exchange are two entirely separate systems. If you're looking to recruit operators, head to headhunting.
寻访即可，而需要武士的
Then you need weapons, go to arsenal exchange. Okay.
就来武士
So in 2 separate manners, got it?
一目了然。
Clear and simple. For this
大家
test,
可以使用
you can use HH permits obtained from events, missions, and rewards,
任务奖励中领取到的，以及从付费购
or direct purchases. These permits can be used. Wait, in the beta, you can use direct purchases?
买得到的对应寻访凭证。
Interesting. Paid features are not available outside mainland China for beta test 2. Okay, never mind. So I'm guessing the way it's gonna work, this is how it usually works for betas. You can spend money, so a lot of whales just go about $1 in them again. And then they recompensate you when the game like officially comes out. And then you get all your currency back. Which that means no rerolling? Oh shoot. I hope they make it so that, like, rerolling is built into the game. Like, if you look at Stellasora, when you start the game, they give you 20 rolls and you pick your best 10 roll out of the 20 rolls. And then that's what you stick with. I hope they... Because, like... V-rolling, I know it's kind of a gacha tradition. But, like, making multiple accounts and trying to start with 2 5 stars instead of 1... If, like, it clutters up the servers with extra accounts, it's extra strain on the servers because there's a million accounts being spammed in there. And it's kind of like... And then, like, for games where they require you to reinstall, right? It's like, now you're downloading the whole game again. That's more, more issues on the servers. I really hope they just built, like, it's a built-in, like, okay, here you can reroll as much as you want until you get 10 while you're satisfied. Or maybe even just, even just giving us plenty, right? That's better than giving us nothing.
寻访
Even though the standard unit's probably power crept in most gacha games, I hope that these guys don't power creep them and instead make them, like, useful for future team comps.
技术寻访和特许寻访里招募
Where it's like if you have this character that's, oh, maybe you want to pull for this other character, and then you get excited to pull for the new character because they're a good teammate for who you got for free.
并且在
Oh, wait a minute, go back. I need to read this.
特许寻访里招募干员，其中部分干员会在特许寻访
Okay, hang on, so
从付费购买得到的对应寻访凭证，在启程寻访
across New Horizons, basic and charted headhunting manners.
技术寻访
Wait a
和
minute,
特许寻访
what?
里招募干员，其中部分干员
Some operators will appear only in chartered headhunting. So chartered headhunting is a limited
会在
banner.
特许寻访中出现。
而且啊，其中
In New Horizons, every pull chance
启程寻访的寻访机会会完全
comes purely from gameplay, no spending required. How interesting! Progress to the main mission to acquire HH permits for New Horizons headhunting. New Horizons headhunting guarantees a 6-star operation or operator upon
通过大家
upon
游玩游戏
completion.
时获得，
Wait,
并且在
what?
完
And
成
once you
启程
complete
寻
the
访
new
后
your New
大家
Horizons
一定
banner,
可以
you're
获得
guaranteed
一
an
位游戏
operator
中最高
of
星
the
级的
highest
干
star
员
level. Oh, okay. Newest operations is like the beginner banner, I think.
在技
In both basic and chartered headhunting, you're guaranteed 80 pity, and you're guaranteed the featured operator within 120.
术寻访和特许寻访，
Okay.
大家在80次寻访内也一定
All
会
right,
获得一
interesting.
位最高星级的干员。另外啊，在特许寻访中，我们还额外增加了一个特
A
别
special
机制
guarantee
大家
system
在120
within
次寻
120.
访内一定会获得
You're guaranteed to get the
当期
featured
概率
operator.
值
All right, please add a little bit more to this, because right now this is just what Stellasora is
的
doing.
干员。
而
Even after the banner ends, the featured operator
提升的干员在概率提升
will
机制
remain in
后
rotation. Okay, so it's not actual limited. Oh no, wait, what? For 2 additional banners. So they lowered the FOMO. Oh shoot.
还会在
So like there's always gonna be 3 people in rotation. Well, maybe not at the beginning because we're starting, right? But like once it gets going, there's always gonna be 3 characters in rotation.
接下来的2次
Interesting. How aggressively are they gonna be releasing banners though? That's what I'm wondering. Like these are 3D, like with 3D animations. Like these are high end. Like we're not making a PNG and giving them a kit. You know what I mean? So like these characters are harder to make, is what I'm saying. I don't think we're gonna be on traditional 2-week gacha timeline. Like even like the high end 3D games, they like the minimum is like once every 3 weeks they have a banner, right?
会退潮。
And then some of them aren't even able to release a unit every single, like, release 2 limited units every single patch of 6 weeks. So, like, they'll opt for maybe 1 unit in that regard and then just do reruns. I'm curious.
所以大家可以根据自己的节奏来
So you can plan your polls at your own pace. There's no need to rush. I like that a lot. Don't worry about missing your favorites, because they're going to be there for 3 banners. That's great. This won't be active yet in the current beta test, but we'll be sharing full details soon. Interesting. That's very, very good on the players. Because again, they have to make the gacha. Well, they don't have to. I feel like Arknights is such a well-established IP at this point that, you know, I feel like there will be some form of success no matter what. But like, the big thing is like, I don't know how we're gonna... By technicality, this is also competing with base Arknights, right? So it's like, the Arknights fans, not all of them are going to be playing Endfield. Some of them will just stick with Arknights if they're not feeling this one. So they gotta make this one they have to make this one very appealing. Every time you recruit an operator, you also receive arsenal tickets as a bonus. You can exchange directly for weapons. Exchange directly for weapons. Interesting. If you're a duplicate operator, you receive other types of arsenal tickets which can be redeemed at the matching quota exchange for valuable items. Okay. So nothing ever goes to waste. Okay, so they have the kind of refresh system that we've seen in other gacha games. But being able to directly exchange for the weapon is very, very nice. I wonder how expensive that would be though, if we're just trying to roll for it. Wait, whoa, hang on, whoa. Exchange for valuable items, you read that right, so nothing ever goes to waste. Arsenal tickets can be not only earned through headhunting bonuses, but also from the credit shop, select packs, and the protocol pass, which will be introduced. Oh, we'll be introducing shortly. Okay, so I'm guessing one of those is the battle pass, and then my monthly membership maybe.
既可以通过上述的武库配额进行武器升领获得武器，每次升领呢都可以获得10件武器。
And you can just buy random weapons. You can just roll for random weapons, or you can directly purchase the 5 and 6 star weapons. Interesting. And we're gonna be able to earn even more. Okay, so as long as you're not like pulling every weapon, I think you'll be able to guarantee like the weapons that matter. So it definitely looks like you're gonna have to like plan your weapon pulls. But also because characters are in rotation for 3 banners, I'm imagining their signature weapon will also be in rotation. And there's several guarantees. Interesting. You guarantee at least 1 top tier. Within A, you're guaranteed to obtain the featured weapon. So it's very rewarding to just guarantee the weapon rather than... I wonder like how much it would cost to just like... It looks like you can roll for it, or you can just exchange for it directly. But like, it looks super rewarding to just roll for it, I'll be honest. Like, after 40, you just get like a good weapon. And then a 40 more, you get the guarantee weapon. And then you're getting arms offerings. You can get any non-featured weapon of your choice in every 8 issues. They better make buying the weapon mad cheap, because that looks already way more enticing than actually just buying the weapon outright. It depends on the pricing, of course. Like, if it costs like, you know, like 50 worth of pulls, then I'd be like, never mind, we'll just roll for it no matter what. Because we're getting multiple weapons at that point. My protocol pass, what about it? It's a milestone. Ah, okay, it is a battle pass, got it. 3 tiers? 通过游戏中的各种日常活动来累积的一个里程碑。到达特定数量后就可以获得奖励。除了协议定制档位和基础配给档位以外。Okay, so this is the free supply, but there's 2 paid supplies. Hang on. 特别的是通过花费衍制原石解锁的原石配给档位。Here's the best part. Originium even rewards you with geometry in return. I don't know what that is. You can spend geometry to unlock a originium supply. It's in addition to the free and the paid.
如果大家能够顺利完成通行证的话，可以超额返还演职员时以及
And you'll earn more back than you spent, plus plenty of extra rewards.
获得其他
Oh no, this is very different than regular battle passes. Oh shoot, if you buy the battle pass and you complete it every time, you don't have to buy it again. You can repurchase it. So the currency you earn from it will pay for itself. I'm guessing aura geometry is like your paid currency for even pulls and stuff, right? So you're gonna earn more back that can buy the whole lapis orgy. Oh, okay. So if you're just playing the game, then you never have to buy the battle pass. And that's why there's a third tier. Because these two are basically, you buy this one time and then after that, if you actually complete it every time, it's free. But like it's, okay, this is that's really interesting.
一定要多多关注哦。
They're gonna have to make protocol really enticing. Okay, recruitment, you gotta let me cover it a lot today. I mean, this video is already an hour and 20 minutes long. I apologize that it took me so long. They're really throwing a lot of information at us. I have to like sit down and really like digest all of this information in real time because it's all gonna go over my head.
大家已经从前面的展示中看到了，但是时间有限。
Normally we don't pause these live streams, but like I'm used to like Genshin and like Wuthering Waves and like Zenless Zone Zero live streams where they kind of meander a little bit and like talk about like, you know, stuff that isn't about the gameplay and it's not really important, it's just lore. These guys are throwing like all of their systems at us in like lightning speed, like I can't keep up. Endfield, oh here we go. November 28th for the beta. Got it, got it. The end date will be announced later. If you'd like to join, please visit our official website to fill out the recruitment survey. That's your first step in the selection process. Oh boy. Once access slots are distributed, click on oh goodness, we'll receive applicants. The email associated with the Griffline account you use to register. You want to check your result anytime. Alright, I don't know how cope it's gonna be. Like, I'm gonna try to get into the beta, but like again, it's copium, guys. With big games like this, it's like you versus 1 billion other people, and then like these 1 billion other people, they're making alternate emails and doing the survey over and over again to even get a chance. And I'm like, I'm good. I'll just play the game. If I can, and if I can't on the beta, then I'll play Window Watches. Again, I'm not a guide maker, so I don't really like... I don't need to get all of the information early. You can sync seamlessly between PC and mobile, it's nice. There will be limited access beta tests with the data white after the servers close. Test data will be reset. Please stay tuned for updates. Speaking of intelligence, I can't help but think of its main creative quirky engineers, like Ivan, who've been working on a fascinating little gacha machine. Is a gacha inside the gacha? Now I'll charge up advantage and help Ivan. Oh, okay. By joining in, you'll have the chance to earn beta test 2 access and other exciting rewards. Oh boy.
更多活动细节和最新动态，敬请关注明日方舟周末地的官方自媒体了。
此外呢，还有一份将在72小时后传。
There's also scheduled to finish downloading in 72 hours. Team up and go, let's crack the code together.
现在前往深空岛
At the escape port to form a team with fellow administrators and period district for Endfield.
小队密钥和深空岛限定头像等奖励。
You'll see a team key and exclusive escape port avatars rewards. Oh, I want the avatar, hang on!
文件中找到与密钥对应的唯一正确坐标。 小队全体成员即可获得测试资格。
Oh, your whole team can earn that! I gotta get people on this, hang on.
正确坐标，集结出发吧。
我们的全球预约
Global free registration milestone. Ooh, free character, 5-star operator Snowshine. I'm not used to there being... Well, so like, okay, wait, so 5-star operators, that's still like good, right? Or is it like that's like a 4-star? And they don't really balance the game, right? Because like, in most of the gachas, it's like, yeah, if it's something older, it's like 1, 2, 3-star, right? But then you look at something like Genshin or ZZZ or Hua, and it's like, there's a 3-star, where it's just a weapon, and then there's the 4-star unit, and then there's the 5-star, and that's the premium. But Endfield, we got the 4-star units, we got the 5-star units, and we got the 6-star units, and I'm sure that matches up with the original. Actually, I think I remember someone saying something about 3-star units on somewhere on like social media. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing here. It doesn't look like it is, but we'll see. This here, basic HH permanent 5s, and permit 5, basic HH permanent 10, social media milestone. Okay, so we'll get 20 pulls. It says basic, which has me a bit worried. I mean, will that work on the banner or I don't know. I have no idea. Well, looks like we'll, assuming we hit 35 million, which that is quite a crazy thing they're trying to get. But if we hit that, then we'll get 20 pulls.
和5星武器终点之声作为奖励，欢迎大家的预约和关注。那今天的分享差不多就到这儿了。
That's all for the presentation. If we showed a small glimpse, guys, you packed 50 minutes with like hardcore information that was like super condensed. I could barely keep up. I had to pause.
我们用心准备的细节、系统和玩法没能一一和大家分享。
是的，接下来我们会陆续公开更多内容。 也整理了一份研发通讯，列出
The developers report, it covers the updates and missions across the game that many have been curious about. It'll probably be released tomorrow on Endfield's official website and social channels. Well, I'm like a day late to reacting to this. If that's up, we'll read that after actually. We'll make this video longer, screw it. Why not? If there's one thing they made really clear, they really value the feedback from the players. Like they're really like listening in. The only thing that I worry about is when you bend the knee to players so like fervently. Like the big thing is like, and I think players need to understand this. Now, like I'm sure some do too, but like players are we're the gamers, and we know if we like something and if we dislike something. But the fixes that people come up with are not always the best option, even if it seems like that's blaringly clear. And I feel like a lot of people will lock in on a one-track mindset, and they'll fail to think outside the box for creative fixes to things that would be even more interesting than the basic fix, if that makes sense. And you see this a lot in like the fighting game community. When they boss characters or they nerf characters, people will be like, this move is too strong. We need to nerf this character. And then the devs will do something crazy like buff a different move on that character, and now they have a different option that's more interesting. And now the character is less annoying to fight, even though it's buff. It can be stuff like that, right? So, even though there's public outcry for one thing, sometimes the fix might be something else. And so basically all this that I'm saying right now, all this to say, I hope they don't bend the knee to the players too much, and that they try to maintain their vision of the game. Because, by all means, players can be smart, alright, because it's a giant group of people, but it can also be not smart, because it's a giant group of people. You know, it's very easy for ideas to mingle and get mixed up and kind of lose that sharp focus. And so I hope the producers and the directors of Arknights Endfield can understand like what they need to trim, what they need to listen to, what they need to figure out will make this the best it can be. Because if you just listen to what the players want, right, you end up with like slop that just tries to appeal to everyone and in the end appeals to nobody because it doesn't specialize in anything. At least that's what I find from a lot of the games that come out nowadays. But if you try to be one thing, and you do that one thing really good, and people really like it for that one thing, it becomes something special. I say one thing, but you know what I mean, right? Not one specific thing. Like, it's not like they're gonna get good at just character design and everything else is mid. Like, you know, focus on your niece. What is this? Oh, this is pretty cool sounding. Is that a goose with a disco ball on its head? You got cassette tapes? Why are the eyes so big? What am I looking at? What are we doing? What is happening? Alright, we're collecting rocks. Is this like a in-game ad or to like show the universe that Arknights Endfield is in, or coming soon? What is this? And then it zooms out and it's a character watching a trailer. Who is that? Whoa! To back. I don't care. Puzzle. Oh, this design goes hard. Too bad she looks evil and will kill her. Oh, she got flippin' put in the triangle zone. Is that her? Hang on. Okay, that is. Also, look at that exposed skin on wild. Actually, super wild. What the heck? That's her leg. Dang, but nothing's covered up, guys. Who is the... Yo, this guy got aura. What was the goose thing for? Yeah, you flippin' throw us out with a weird goose ad and then he's kicked me out? Okay. Fine. I was enjoying that little teaser there. Wasn't enough. I guess that guy's gonna be fire as ability or something. I don't know. I guess that's the reaction. Alright, give me 1 second. I was gonna quickly check. I was gonna quickly check to see if any... Haha, I found it. I found it. Oh, there it is. The dev thing. Okay. The dev come too. Alright. By the way, before you click off, because I'm reading a lot of stuff now, alright? If you enjoyed the reaction, if it felt like fun, let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of the dev live stream. I thought it was fantastic. There was so much information. It took me so long to process all of it. No, I was like, they were throwing so much information at me. And I'm not even acquainted with the Arknight lore or anything like that. So if I missed anything, please let me know. I want to know like if there's any contextual things behind the mechanics and the systems that they showed in the Endfield live stream. Because by all means, like it feels like there's a lot of referential stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but okay. What do you guys think of the Gacha system as well? I'd like to know about that in the comments. Please let me know. Do you think something like this can thrive in today's current Gacha space? Or do you think that it's gonna be a bit harder to sell? It really depends, right? But with that, let's read this. Also subscribe. I'm gonna say all that again at the end of this too, but I want to read this real quick. Alright. We reviewed our amount of feedback and made various improvements. Okay, so we shall stock bills. The very reasonable gameplay. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Completing certain simulation rewards. Rewards system blueprints for relevant products. These blueprints. So the blueprints aren't all powerful like I was assuming. It looks like you have to do stuff first to unlock them. So you're gonna be building basic stuff from the get-go anyways on your own. Nice! Creating sharing blueprints. You can save your layouts and share them with friends both in and outside the game. You either place blueprints through blueprint sharing codes. You can choose to reference their layouts for inspiration or simply replicate them. Either way, your production efficiency will improve significantly. Okay, maybe it is all powerful. I don't know. Okay, I finished reading through all of this. It looks like it's all just... It's just what they said in the live stream, but like, you know, because it's in text, it's a lot easier to clarify things. So yeah, they definitely put in the work. But before we end this video, let's look at the characters on the website. Alright, here we go. Yep, yeah, I'm extending I know it's an hour and 30 minutes. But let's just look over look at the art, guys. It's so good. It's so good. Wait, we can make it 3D? Oh my goodness, wait. Oh my gosh, wait. Alright, let's look at all the characters here, because they put everyone here. So, of course, our main character is flippin' 6-star. I adore their design, like both of them. So I've said this before, but like it takes a lot of like courage to put a blindfold on your character, which is that's essentially what the mask is, because a lot of, especially in your anime style game, so much emphasis is put in the eyes. And so when you cover up the eyes, it's like now you have to rely on just the mouth for expressions, and that's something where anime tends to have simplified mouths. It's just a line, so it's a lot harder to express with that. But they did it confidently. I hope this is still kind of like the character shows. The girl one is so cute. Like flipping below shorts with the tights and then the extra large like the sweater. It's pretty good. But as for the characters, I just want to see what I'm like interested in. Perlica. Oh my goodness, the art's so good. I'm gonna have to swap between them. But the loading time is too much. Well, let's look at the 3D for now. I'll appreciate it to the art on my own. Perlica is pretty cute. Kind of a basic design, but that's kind of her appeal, I think. Oh my goodness, Shen. This character is really cute. Holy moly, the animations are so cute on this character. Pretty peak, I'll admit. Levitain. This is the character I saw, and then I need to get this game. So they definitely will be pulling for her. And then I know it's also Surtur, or like, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Wraith Sarkaz. Oh goodness, I don't know the lore. Oh gosh, sorry, there's so much lore. Alright, let's like Ivan Vuivre. Gosh dang, the animations are crazy! This is just a website, relax! I'm willing to bet this is their menu animations actually. Oh, her design is really good too. I really like the pointed ears and the horns. Look at that, that's so cute, a little horn thing. I love that, look, and the horns match mine. Dang, this might be a must-do, I don't know. Dang, Disney Channel! Oh my gosh, flipping the animations are so good. Volpo? Okay, there's multiple races here that I'm gonna have to really like lock in, I guess. I hope I don't need the Arknights lore to understand this. If I do, guys, if I need the base Arknights lore, please let me know in the comments. Ardelia, this is one of the new characters. I really like her design. I love the sheep character. Look at the horns on the sheep! It's crystal horns. Those are literally my horns but upside down. Peak, guys. Peak right here. Ember. Oh, it's got their type too? I wasn't even looking. Alright, we'll look at that now. Like, starting this point forward. I'm not pulling back. Defender. She looks cool. I feel like... Wait, she's a 6-star? I feel like that was... Let's get that intro animation again. Okay, you know what? No, never mind. The mechanical detail was kind of crazy. Alright, last right here. There, okay, so this is our shy character. Very cute. Not exactly my cup of tea. I'm not super duper interested in this type of character. Very cute though, I can see why people would like her. Wei Feng. Oh, no. I like him a lot. Him? Oh, wait, and that's a guy, right? Him, okay, yeah, okay. I like him a lot, actually. Wait, what's that? I remember see that again. Oh, wait, I thought it was a full robot hand, but he's got, like, spirit energy around it. No, it still is a robot hand. Is his art good? Oh, his art is peak! What the hell? What is that? What? Okay, this got very dangerous for me now. There's already multiple characters that I really like. This guy is cool. I'm not super interested in the... like the general type character, but... Actually, no, I do, but he's too professional. I kind of like it when these types of characters are a lot more aggressive and might... more rough, if that makes sense. Alesh, we saw him. What's your art look like? Damn, flipping the art is way better than I could have ever imagined. What's Mulan? Arclight. Oh, hey, you look really cool. What the heck? Yo, they're cooking. Paranta? Alright, yeah, definitely at this point, I don't know what's... I'm not... Okay, they've all been different! Whoa, I gotta see that again. Her expressions are really good. What the heck? I said I wasn't gonna look at the 2D art, but I did. Screw it, we're looking at the 2D art. The art's so good! What the heck is the Tandem Fire, guys? With the chopsticks? Okay, that goes kind of hard, I gotta admit. Alright, Japan. Very, very epic. I'm with Snowshine. We get it for free, right? I don't gotta worry about this. And she's pretty cool. I definitely feel like I'm not like crazy all over this character. Hey, her art's so good now. But the snowboard thing is pretty sick. Moving on, Wolfguard. I want to be honest. Maybe this is slander. Him horrifying when trying to horrify him was actually so lame. I don't know what it is. It did nothing for me. It's like a guy trying to be cool, but like... I don't know. It felt very cheap about his art. Okay, his art goes crazy. We got plus 1 million aura. Minus 10 million aura. Yeah, alright. Let's see here. Oh, you're cute. It's literally just because I saw the horns, I'll be honest. Putting horns on a character is like literally my biggest weakness. That makes me take interest immediately. Ooh, lying on the ground dramatically. Well, 4-star time, let's go. I'm gonna be honest, this is actually like such a peak character. What the heck? Oh my goodness, the art's so lame though. Oh, it made her so dirty. Look, it's like it's better because she's a 4-star, because then you can see she's trying to do her best. And she's gonna put in the effort, but she's kind of mid. But that kind of enhances it. Does that make sense? I know this guy. This guy is so sick. Like, what the heck am I looking at? No, not the poor 4-star art. Alright, next guy. Thatcher. He looks like he'd be cool, but like that was a basic animation. Holy moly. Alright, surely this girl can pop off like crazy, right? Oh, she can. Holy, that's a lot of personality to be shouted in this like the simple animation. Feline? Okay. There's cats in this universe. That's what they look like. That's the cat people. How about you? Okay, how is this one a 4-star? Like, this design is actually insane. Also, I'm a big fan of characters with hoods on. Yeah, no, this is like a high quality character. What the heck? Okay, alright. I just want to look at all the characters on here as well. We extended the video by like 10 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction to the characters. Definitely, I feel like I'm leaning more towards Fina Administrator. That design is so cute. I definitely like Perlica quite a bit. This way to do so low instantly. Shen is cute, but I'm definitely going for Levitain. Yvonne, I've taken quite a bit of interest in her now that I've looked at her closer. Gilberta is actually kind of peak. Ardelia is peak. This is a problem, guys. I've already listed like several characters as peak. I want all the ones I just listed. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Amber is interesting. I gotta see more of this character. Like, I like the mechanical stuff, but like the design itself, I'm not like super duper interested, but we'll have to wait and see. Last right, I don't particularly like. I think she's cute, but I'm not super duper interested myself. Li Feng looks sick. Because I like cute characters, and he kinda has aura, especially with that crazy thing in the background. This guy, I'm not even trying to pronounce his name. Whatever, skip. Unless should I don't know, it's something about him. I need to see him in game. I gotta see how he's voiced. I think that's gonna be important for me. Arknight is kinda cool. This character was actually like really good for a 5-star. Like, she looks really good. The panda is kind of peak, but because he sticks out a lot among the cast. Snowshine is kind of whatever for me. I don't know. Wolfguard, like literally the biggest skip of my life. I don't know what it is. Superman. Maybe he's useful for team building, so maybe we'll see. That's gonna... their kits will influence my opinions later too, so... this character is... I like the horns. I like the technology. Don't know much about the rest of her, because it was just that. This is a peak 5-star... a peak 4-star right here. This guy's design goes crazy. I don't know what it is about you. You're kind of mid, but maybe you're peak with your moveset. It's like Miss Shield and the sword. That's gotta go hard, right? I dislike kind of lazy character, a sleepy character. I like the personality, but the rest of the design is kind of whatever. Fluorite is a 5-star design in disguise. I don't know what it is, but she's peak. That's all the characters we went over. I look forward to the beta. If I don't get in, I look forward to the release. That's what I think. I think the live stream was really good. They gave us a lot of information. Almost a little bit too fast, but they kept it very concise, so I could digest it on my own pace by pausing. But definitely, I'm glad I paused. I'm really glad I paused. Like, kind of trying to figure out what they were saying. Because, like, a lot of this stuff was very complex. They were using a lot of terms from in-game. But I'm glad I was able to pick up on most of it. If I missed anything, guys, please leave it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the reaction up to this point, please give me a like. Let me know you guys want more Arknights Endfield content, and I would love to cover this game. Most definitely, it is probably one of the gachas I'm more interested in, along with Duet Made Abyss, which isn't a gacha really, but it is because it has cosmetic gacha. And then Amata is a rather future thing I'm really looking forward to. And I know everyone's doing slander at it, but Neverness Taverness still seems interesting to me. I have to see where they take it, especially now that they have to complete the Reptos and Nanta. At least aesthetically, I know the game can be 2 different playstyles, but like, yeah, it's a rough combat. And then I see like Arknights Endfield. Nothing in the space currently is offering what they're offering, I don't think. So I feel like they've got it. So I'm definitely excited to hop into that. If you enjoyed the content, then please subscribe. Alright, most of the people that watch my videos, they aren't subscribed. Only like 90% of them are unsubscribed, 10% are subscribed. I would need more subscribers, guys. Come on. We're almost at 1,000 subs. Please give me that sub. I would really appreciate it. If you do, bell notifications so you know when I upload more content. We cover all kinds of gacha games in the Sun Zero. Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, now Duet Made Abyss, we are looking to cover that as well, and I want to add Arknights Endfield to the loop. That would be really, really fun. Get some more videos to do. And with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, Nintendo Ninja, so I will see you next time. Bye!